Hi, I'm Luke, welcome to PhotoBite. Today we're going to be talking about beauty dishes. You're probably wondering why it's called a beauty dish. One of the reasons it's called a beauty dish is because it tends to be used quite a lot in fashion photography. And the reason it's used for a lot in fashion photography is it's quite unique in terms of the properties that it has. This has the ability to be both soft and hard in terms of the light that's coming from it, and what that offers is a really unique look. So for instance, if we were looking at somebody that's had a very heavily contoured jawline, you'd see that stand out because you have a combination of soft light and also hard light to be able to pull out where the shade would hit. And the reason it does that is within the beauty dish itself you have a centralized dome. When the flash fires from beneath this, the light hits the inside of this dome and scatters backwards. And because it's hit multiple surfaces, it starts to soften. And to give you a normal explanation of how else this comes about is if you were doing event photography and you were working indoors and you have a white ceiling that's quite low down, if you were to fire your flash directly at the subject, you would get quite a harsh look to the light. If you was to fire the light at the ceiling so it would spread across and cascade down upon your subjects, you'd notice that it's a lot softer. And the reason being is the larger the light source in relation to the subject, the softer it becomes. And the beauty dish offers that, whilst at the same time offering hard light, because in relation to myself, yes, of course it's bigger than my head, but it's not bigger than my entire body. So we have a unique benefit of being hard and both soft. You have a couple of different variants. So one of the variants would be this one with a silver inlay, and this is great for pulling out highlights in hair and things like that. There's also a version that's white, and that would be better at producing an even softer light, but still having some of the unique hardness properties that a beauty dish offers. You can also add things like this, which is a grid. This basically can be added to a beauty dish to control the light even further. As you can see, by turning it, you start to see my face and then you lose it. And the reason being is light can only travel in a straight line. So what this effectively allows us to do is, rather than traditionally with a beauty dish, the light spilling outwards and becoming even softer, what this will do is it will narrow the light down into a pool of light. And within that pool of light, it will be hard and both soft. So you can produce some really stunning looks. I'm going to show you some images now that will help you give an understanding of what a beauty dish would look like on its own, and also what it looks like with a grid. For me, the beauty dish doesn't have to just be used solely on beauty. It has so many other applications, and the reason it has so many other applications is because it's so versatile in terms of the light that it produces. If you were to use a softbox, for instance, with the 2 layers of diffusion, you'll tend to find it produces a really soft light, which is great for some scenarios. But if you wanted to add a little bit more mood and a little bit more drama and depth to your image, a beauty dish will facilitate that. And once again, the reason it will facilitate that is because it has both the properties of soft and hard light, which is truly unique. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and you learned something new. For more tips, subscribe and stay tuned. Cheers.